This is Melissa Avalos, and this is my communication practical project. The movie I chose was from Disney Coco. The objective for this project is to better understand the main characters in the movie by applying the concept of communication. The setting of the movie is placed in a small town called Saint Cecilia, Mexico. Here's the plot of the movie. Basically, it's about a family of shoemakers in Mexico who celebrate the holiday Dia de los Muertos by honoring their family who have passed on. The family don't like music or disown music because of what happened to the great-great-grandmother after her husband walked out on her to chase his musical dream. She vowed never to listen to music and passed it down to her family. Now her great-great-grandson, Miguel, loves music and wants to play, but he can't. And his idol, who is Ernesto de la Cruz, is a local musician from the town that he's from. And Coco, who is Miguel's great-grandmother, she's slowly losing her memory and forgetting her father, who walked out on them. But Miguel wants to chase his musical dream. So by doing so, he steals the guitar from Ernesto de la Cruz, where he ends up in the land of the dead. But he has to return home, and the only way to do is to get his family's blessing. But he seeks the blessing from Ernesto de la Cruz. And these are the characters. There's Miguel Rivera, Hector Rivera, Ernesto de la Cruz, Mama Coco, and then Mama Imelda. So, first concept I have is symbolic. In the movie, they have a lot of symbolic concepts when it comes to communication, like using pictures, flowers, and foods to symbolize the way of communicating to the dead. Second concept is shared meaning. The movie uses shared meaning when Mama Imelda shares her story about when her husband walked out on her and how she doesn't want to celebrate or listen to music anymore, and she has to make a living for her daughter, and by doing so she learns to make shoes, and that started the Rivera family business. And third concept is message. The movies project the message that about family and remembering your loved ones who have passed on, and honoring them when it comes to putting up their picture and celebrating Dia de los Muertos. So what is culture? Culture is a set of traditions, beliefs, values that are passed on from generation to generation. So the culture in this movie, Coco, is Mexican culture. So elements of culture in this movie are high context culture, because in the movie they utilize a lot of nonverbal communicating than actual spoken words by focusing more on honoring the dead with actions and dedication and behavior than speaking about it, like when it comes to ofrenda. So listening is a core competency skill necessary to effectively communicate. So listening technique in a certain scene, Miguel's trying to convince Mami Imelda that Miguel's great-great-grandfather should be on the ofrenda, regardless of what he did in the past, and he shouldn't be forgotten. So a level of listening that was being used, I would say, would be evaluative listening and empathetic listening. And then the barriers to effective listening that I saw within the movie or in this scene was Mama Imelda prejudging, interrupting, and becoming emotional when it came to the scene where Miguel trying to convince her that Hector should be on the ofrenda and not be forgotten. So a verbal element that I chose was swing. In this first scene, Miguel uses a slang word to verbalize his message when he sees a billboard of Ernesto de la Cruz's Sunrise Spectacular show. And Miguel says, "Que padre," which is a Mexican slang word meaning how cool. So a nonverbal element that I chose was vocal inflection. So vocal inflection was being used in this scene because Miguel emphasizes in his statement when he takes the guitar from Ernesto de la Cruz and then he ends up in the land of the dead. He explains to his family that he didn't steal the guitar, he was just going to borrow it to play at the plaza, like his great-great-grandfather. So Miguel's message was very ineffective just because he inflicted or emphasized the word steal, because regardless, his family didn't care why he took it. He shouldn't be playing music anyways. And another verbal element that I chose was connotation. So the nonverbal element of surprise facial expression was used in this scene. Well, I guess connotation and nonverbal element, facial expression was being used in this scene. When Hector finds out that Miguel is Ernesto de la Cruz's great-great-grandson, so he blurts out, "What?" with a surprise facial expression of his eyeballs falling into his mouth and his jaw falling wide open. So the verbal element in the scene, Miguel uses the word great-great-grandfather, which is a connotation because it has a meaningful feeling behind just the word great-great-grandfather. So he has an emotional tie to the word because he believes Ernesto de la Cruz is his great-great-grandfather. And then the nonverbal element that was expressed was the expression or facial expression that Hector used, being surprised. So there's tensions, dialectical tensions, which are pulls that often cause relationships to be in constant change. So there's internal dialectics that exist within ourselves, just between two people. So there's novelty, predictability. So So external dialectical tensions happen with others outside the relationship. And there's inclusion, seclusion, which are dialectical tensions within a relationship. So in this scene, there shows some predictability and a novelty where Miguel's family wants to continue the predictability of no music, but Miguel wants to change that by playing music. And I explain that here as well. And then the second theme is tensions of inclusion and seclusion. Miguel wants to be inclusive within the musical scene, but he can't because his family wants to seclude him from that by keeping him away from the plaza so he doesn't be influenced by the mariachis or the other musicians. So, in conclusion, the message, the characters portrayed within the movie gave great examples of elements, concepts, and applications with communication. The storyline and message has given me a better understanding to the many ways how communication is expressed and received, as well as the concepts of how to handle communication. And thank you. And here are my references from lesson, lecture, and the book.